Hello guys, welcome to Java Developers YouTube channel. In previous class, we studied about uh, conditional statement along with some practice problems. Today we are studying about the loops in Java. Okay, as a loop, as the name in the sense looping, right? And it will execute a block of code and until the condition became false. Okay, and in Java there are three loops. First one is for loop, and second one is while loop, and third one is do while loop. Okay, and what is the basic thing we need to know, right? For these common loops we have some steps. Okay, first initialization. Okay, that means we need to take a variable and we need to define its data type. We need to initialize the value. Okay, as we know that local variables must be initialized. Without any initialization we are going to get the error, right? For the instant and static variables there is no need of initialization is required. For local variables we need initialization because we are using the for loop which is inside the main method, right? But that's it, int of I is equals to 0. It's an initialization. Next, second one is condition. Okay, second one is condition. What is the condition you want to write? Like I is must be less than or equals to 10. It's a condition. Next, updation, or you can call it as increment or decrement. Okay, or we can use I plus plus like, or I minus minus. It's we can use like post increment. Okay, as we discussed earlier, increment concept like post increment, pay increment, right? We have an idea. Those are useful here. If you're not watched that, go to our playlist. Okay, yeah, let's uh we start with the for loop. Okay, first I will explain the loop. Okay, and first is initialization. That is, I was taking int of I is equals to 0. That means I was setting the I value to the 0. Okay, and it's all about while loop. Okay, and first this is comes under the initialization. And what is the next thing? What is the next thing? Condition, right? While I must be less than or equals to 10. Okay, and inside this block we are writing the code. I mean we are printing, and that is system.out.println of an I with the semicolon. And this total block will comes under the point of condition. Okay, I mean this is for the condition. Okay, basically we are writing condition here, condition, and this will be like printing statement. Okay, and what is the next one? Updation, right? Updation or increment decrement, that is I plus plus. Okay, or you can use I minus minus, but we need to be at some conditions we are going to use increment or decrement operators. Okay, these are the three steps which are needed. Okay, and first one is initialization. Next we are writing the condition, then we are printing, then we are updating. But here you need to know one thing. First I was starting the I value with the 1. Okay, initially I value is 1. Let's while loop will check the condition, right? As the condition I is must be less than 10. Initially I value 1 is less than 10. Yes, it's 1 is less than 10. So it will print, 1. Okay, after that it will go for the updation and it will increment the 1 to the 2. Okay, now I value became 2. Okay, now I value became 2. Okay, now I value became 2. 2 is less than 20. Sorry, 2 is less than or equals to 10. Yes, 2 is less than 10. Then what is the value? What is the print statement we are going to get here? We get 2. Then it, after updating to 2, it will update it to 3. Now after printing, updation, right? No initialization, not go inside the initialization. Okay, when it's updated to 2, it will directly check the condition. Then the condition is satisfied, 2 is less than 10, less than or equals to 10, then it will print the solution. Next, again it will increment the present value of 3, then 3 is less than or equals to 10, yes, then again it will print 3, and again it will update to 4, again checking the condition, then printing the 4, and again updating to 5. Up to that, like, it will be 9. Okay, 9, 9 is less than or equals to 10, yes, 9 is less than or equals to 10, yes, it will print that because it's less than or equals to 10, right? So last one is 10. What is 10? Now I value became updated to 10. Here 10 is not less than, okay, here 10 is equals to 10, okay, 10 is equals to 10, so it will print 10. Okay, now it's updated to 11. Okay, then 11 is less than 10, no, 11 is equals to 10, no, so it will come out of the loop, it will come out of the loop. Okay, this is about the how the while loop is working. Okay, if you go for do while loop, just like same while loop, and some small changes will be applied in the do while loop. Okay, int of I is equals to 0, first one initialization. Okay, and next do. Okay, first at least one time we need to print, at least one time when there is a condition like we need to print at least one time, then we go for the do while loop. Okay, then increment it, and then we are writing the condition, that is I is less than or equals to 10. Okay, here start with the 1. Okay, now I will explain the conditions and flow of execution. And here initialization has been done, I is equals to 1. Okay, it will print 1, it will print 1, at least one time it has to print, then it will increment. Okay, then it will increment. After increment, what is the value here? After incrementing, the value became 2, right? Yeah. Next, 2 is less than or equals to 10, yes, 2 is less than 10, so again it will print like 2, then it will increment the high value 3, 3 is less than 10, yes, it will print the 3. Next, 4, what is the next value you will get? 4, 4 is less than 10, yes, it will print the 4. Next, updation 5, 5 is less than 10, yes, it will print the 5. Okay, next, up like that, it will update it to 9. Okay, 9, and after that we are checking the condition, 9 is less than 10, yes, you will print the 9. Next, after that updation 10, 10 is less than or equals to 10, 10 is equals to 10, yes, then you will print the 10. Next, updation. Okay, 11, 11 is less than 10, no, 11 is equals to 10, no, so what will happen? It will come out of the loop, come out of the do loop. Okay, I mean while loop, condition fails, it come out of that particular loop which is running do loop, right? Yeah, it's all about do loop. And next one is the last one is for loop. Okay, last one is for loop. Same, it will be having three conditions, int of I is equals to 1, next with the semicolon I must be less than or equals to 10, then I plus plus. Okay, we are writing total in a single for loop, that's a syntax, and system.out.println of I. Okay, and that's all about for loop. Here, this first one, that means initialization has been taken place. First, before the first semicolon, take the for is a keyword, it's a reserved keyword. Okay, that will have some purpose. Already we discussed about the what are reserved keywords, how many reserved keywords are there in Java, right? So int of I is equals to 1, initialization taken place, and next condition, next updation. Okay, let's check from the starting. I is equals to 1. Okay, and 1 is less than 10, yes, and what is the next? 1 is less than 10. Okay, then what it will happen? It will print, right? It will print like 1. Okay, first 1, then condition, yes, condition is satisfied, then what is the next? You have to print the 1. Next, what is the condition? Next, updation, Now I value is 2. Then condition checking yes. And what is printing next? 2 is printed. Now I is equals to 3. Then checking the condition. Okay, I is equals to 3, checking the condition became yes, then you are printing the 3. Next updation, again updation, I is equals to 4 and checking the condition yes, then 4 will be printed. Like that, up to 9. Okay, current I value is 9. 9 is less than or equals to 10. Updation will be happening, right? 9 is less than or equals to 10, yes. Then what will happen? It will print the 9. Next, after updation, 9 is incremented to 10. Then 10 is less than or equals to 10, yes, it's equals to 10, so it will print a 10. Again updation, I is less than or equals to, sorry, I is equals to 11. Condition yes, condition is yes. Then condition no, here I is 11, which is not equals to 10 and it is not less than 10, so it will say no and it will come out of the for loop. Okay, first initialization, then checking condition, then printing. After that printing only we are getting updated. Next updated to 2, right? 2, again checking the condition, 2 is less than, printing, again updated, checking, printing, updation, checking, printing, updation is a normal for the while loop. And for loop is same, but do while is at least one time it will print, then after that printing it will check the condition. Okay, it will print 1, then increment the I, then it will check the condition from the next one. Okay, and what is when we use the for loop and when we use a while loop? That's a uh, it's a basically interview question, and it's mostly not asked for 2 days but initial days. Okay, for loop, I mean if we know the number of iterations, okay, if I want to print a table, I know the number of iterations, it must be 10, right? Or as a given, so we can use the for loop. If we know the number of iterations, we go for the for loop. If we don't know the number of iterations, we must be run our loop until the condition became false. In that case we go for the while loop. Okay, basically these all loops will help in running the code simultaneously. Okay, if you want to run the repeated code until the condition, certain condition to meet or become false, in that case we go for the loops. Okay, without writing any code, repeated code, it will improve the code redundancy and less code. Okay, more usage with the less code, simple. Okay, just open the Eclipse and we are in a while loop. Okay, first we'll go for the example of while loop. We will execute the problems what we discussed now. Okay, first we go for the while loop, then int of I is equals to 0, sorry, let's take int of I is equals to 1. And what is the first initialization taking place? No, condition I must be less than or equals to 10, right? Yes. And what we have to write now? We need to print the I. Okay, then what we have to do? Then we have to increment. Okay, then if I run the code, what is the output you are going to get? You are going to get 1 to 10 numbers. Okay, next if you go for do while loop, okay, if I go for do while loop, first initialization must is equals to 1. Next do block. Okay, inside the do block we need to print at least one time, that is I value. Then what is the next one? Increment. Then we are writing the condition at last, I must be less than or equals to 10. Okay, then semicolon must be. Okay, if you are missing the semicolon we are going to get an error. Okay, if I run the code you will get the 1 to 10, or else if you want to 100, 10 to 100. Okay, for changing. Okay, yeah, it you will get like 10 to 100. Okay, next go for loop. If you go for loop and you will be having like for int of I is equals to 20 and I must be less than or equals to 30, then we go for I plus plus. In that case if I print, okay, if I print I, what is the output we are going to get? We are going to get 20 to 30. Okay, yeah, 20 to 30 values will be printed. And Basically, if you want to iterate like arrays, okay, we are going to use the loops. Okay, let's take it's a simple example. Okay, don't take much into it. And if I have an array, if I have an array with 1 2 3 4 5, okay, or if I want to access those elements, what we are doing, and we need to print array is a index based, already we know that. I mean, basic it, if you, people know about the basics of arrays basically accessed with the index. If I print it, what you are going to get, you are going to get the value as 1. But if I want to iterate these type of, okay, then we are going to use the loops. Int of I is equals to 0, because arrays indexing will start from 0. Okay, here length is 5, but index is starts with the 0. 0 for 1, 1 for 2 for 1, 3 for 2, 4 for 3, 5 for 4. Okay, then we have to iterate until its length. What is array's length? Less than length, that means up to 4. Okay, we will discuss this deep, but as a topic comes, I was explaining light in a way. Then if I print s out of, okay, s out of arr of I, okay, what will happen now if I comment this and if I run this? Okay, we are getting the output like 1 to 5, right? This is because of loops. Without loops, we have to write this code for the 5 lines. Okay, without these loops, if you want to print every element like system.out.println, okay, if I use this, if I use this to print the 5 times, it's a length of code and repeated code. What is the repeated code here? Repeated of system.out.println, right? Always you are repeating. That's a need. We are eliminating the repeated code and making simpler by using the for loops. Okay, that's all about it. And we will be having one more thing. It's a for each loop. Okay, for the easy way, I mean, it's a enhanced for loop. You can call be also like enhanced for loop. I mean, if you have an array, just take this is example. What is doing in the for loop here? What we are doing? We are doing initialization, and we are writing the condition. Then we are getting the updation, right? But enhanced for loop don't have those 3 categories. Okay, let's see here, and let's take the for loop and int of new variable, that is result, and I want to fetch data from the array. Okay, and if I print arr, if I print, sorry, the final data in result, right? If I print it, what is you are going to get? Let's see here. There is output here, console task. Yeah, you're going to get like here. Okay, this is upper portion is by using this for loop. Okay, the upper portion is like using for loop with the 3 terminologies like initialization, condition, and updation. But beside these lines, I mean, down those lines, we are using the enhanced for loop. In this for loop, what we are going to write is that we have to take the question, what the variable you have been assigned, that will be in the right side of this colon. Okay, and left side we need to specify its data type. Okay, and then we need to give one new variable name. Okay, it's already variable name which is already we are using, like it's an array, it's already presented variable, and I want to pass those values into the new variable which is the type of int. Okay, what it will do means it will take the 1 from the array and it will pass to result, and result will be printed. Next it will take the 2, 2 will be like it will be passed to, it will be passed to. Yeah, that's about the enhanced for loop or for each loop. Okay, each time every element will be taken from the quotient, and there is a variable of error, and that will be given to the result. Each individual will be the int type. So I was taking the int type, then I was printing the resultant variable, then you are going to access those. Okay, it's an about enhanced for loop, and that's all about the for loops, and we are going to practice some problems regarding the for loop. And if you have any doubt, just comment me below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.